so wonderful to be in the presence of the Lord. It's so amazing to see little black kids here, teenagers, African American children. Can we give it up for our kids, our young people? You know, I don't know if I send out, usually I'll send out the title of my message, and I think the title of it is Living Like Hell. And the young people, don't worry about them, because some of the rap music they listen to, players, they got far worse than hell. So don't worry about them. Huh? Don't worry about them. Kendrick Lamar got them. Oh, yeah. They know about those words, so don't worry. Don't be clutching your pearls, because they know more than you. But if we ever want our children to end up better than us in every area of our lives, we cannot allow them to live like hell. We can't allow them to think like hell. Can you guys close that door? That's very distracting over there. We cannot allow them to act like hell. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit about my personal observation in our community. I see too many of our sons that are going to end up with simply just an average life. Even with a college degree, they're not aspiring to do greatness. And too many of our daughters have allowed their aspiration to lower. And now this may sound controversial, but they're getting married too late. I know that sounds real controversial until you ask someone who's 50, 60, and 70 who's single. They'll tell you, sugar, he know what he's talking about. And you don't want to get old by yourself. So they're getting married too late. And therefore, because of these behaviors, they will never have make a significant difference in their wealth, in generational wealth. And the root of it is, we say to them too often in our culture, you're young and you have time. And that is a demonic statement from hell. Because if anybody who is my age or older can tell you, time waits for no man and it flies by, and whatever you were going to do today, you should have done it when? Yesterday. The number one issue with developing a wealthy spiritual life, a wealthy physical life, a wealthy financial life, and being emotionally wealthy is we have become a culture that relishes too much in freedom and fun. Y'all didn't know I was going to preach like this today, huh? But meanwhile, while we're having the most freedom in the black culture and while we're having the most fun, we are the poorest of most cultures because we stay young too long and we start trying to address issues too late. Oh, I'm preaching better than y'all ever said. I said we stay young too long and we start addressing issues, what? Too late. By the time we look up in life, and we're looking for a heavenly life, but by the time we look up, we're living in hell. Come on now. Y'all help me out. Our credit looks like hell. Come on now. Our walk with God looks like hell. Our community looks like hell. Because our mindset is hellish. And ain't no way to have a heavenly life with a hellified mindset. Our attitude is hellish. Go to any store in our community. Go to any restaurant. Go to any shop, and you feel like Satan is saying, welcome to hell. And I have 2 lattes to go, Satan. And we haven't figured out that God gives you and allow you to live whatever life your mindset is. That's the life he allows you to live. Our children go away to college to have fun, to be entertained. Other people go away to kids go away to college to get married, to find a mate. Okay, I know that's irritating to you. We tell our children, you only live once. First of all, that's a lie, because you don't only live once, you live forever. You die in this flesh, but there's a spiritual world you're going to go to, and everything you did in this flesh, that spiritual world is going to manifest for you. And if you live like hell in this flesh, then guess what? When you die and live again, it's going to be hell you live in. We have to remind our children that you're not too young to strive for excellence. That you don't want to be a young lady that's had 6 or 7 partners, and by the time you get married, you don't know what true affection and love is, because you've had it with so many people that you're looking for what was in Tim in Mike. Mike is not Tim, and Tim is not Mike. And really, if you want to be honest, you should have only been with Mike. Living like hell. A living hell. What am I saying? An extremely unpleasant life. As in, she described her marriage to her husband as living in hell. Now, somebody who's been married to that joker just starts shouting like, thank you. Anybody ever been in a relationship like you felt like you were living in hell? So it felt like Satan was just walking around every day in the house with the pitchfork. What if God said the place of your eternity will be matched according to your mindset today? I'm talking about right now. And the life you're living. What if God said to you that the place of your eternity will be matched by the mindset that you live each day? How many of you would want to go to that place? How many people would want to go to a place where you're negative all day, doubtful all day, lackadaisical all day, lazy all day, no spirit, no joy, no peace, no ambition? Who would want to live that for eternity? What if God said to you that the mindset you have today is the eternity I'm going to give you? Who would want to do that? The Bible says, he says to the man with the 1 talent, he says, cast this unprofitable servant into outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of the teeth. He said, that's what awaits the unrighteous. That's what awaits the coward. That's what awaits the lazy. Regret, extreme anguish, despair, weeping, symbolizing sorrow and suffering. Gnashing of the teeth suggests intense anger, frustration, remorse. How many of you, if you're really honest, and you don't have to be honest, I know you and talk to you. You've looked at your life, and you have to be honest that there's intense anger. Oh, come on, you can play games. I know what I'm talking about. There's intense frustration. There's intense remorse. Come on now. You feel a lot of regret. Come on now. And you feel like you have been living in hell. Why? Because anytime God gives you time, anytime God gives you opportunity, anytime God gives you His grace and you abuse it, all that's waiting on you is weeping, despair, and remorse. Revelation 20:10 says, and the devil who had deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire and suffered where the beast and the false prophets were. And he says they were tormented day and night forever and forever. Again, what if God gave you the torment of your mind today forever and ever? You better talk to these young people and tell them that their decisions today can be the torment tomorrow. You better tell them that God holds us accountable today for our tomorrow. And whatever you think you're getting away with today, you will pay for it tomorrow. Don't pay your bills in your 20s, you'll be sorrowful in your 40s. Don't save in your 20s, you'll be sorrowful in your 50s. Don't do right by relationships in your 20s and 30s, and you'll be sad in your 60s and 70s trying to figure out what's wrong. And I'm trying to tell you what God does. He places us in the mindset that we live in. That's what he does to the young man with that had the one talent. He says, if you're going to live like hell, then I may as well send you there. He says he was unprofitable. He was of no benefit. He said, I created you to be beneficial. I created you to be advantageous to the kingdom. But you were not constructive. You did not have any character. You did not see that I was worth you praising. I was worth you worshiping. You did not see I was worth you making sure that you brought me back more than what I gave you. And since you are disrespectful to me, then I'll send you where disrespectful people ought to go. Living in hell on earth. That just means you're in a place of misery and distress. Why are so many of us living in hell, living like hell, or why are so many of our lives a living hell? Why are so many of our marriages a living hell? Why are so many of our finances a living hell? Why are so many of our relationships a living hell? In the parable, the servant tells the Lord, I knew you to be a hard man. You reap where you have not sown. You gather where you have not scattered seed. And I live in fear. And I hid every opportunity you gave me, my God. And the Lord says to him, you are wicked, slothful, because you knew that I reap where I have not sown, and you knew that I gather where I have not scattered, and yet you did not respond to that. And he says, take away from this wicked person any opportunity for joy, any opportunity for peace, any opportunity for wealth, any opportunity for a great marriage, because they abused the time I gave them. They abused the opportunity I gave them, and they don't deserve to have what they don't respect and honor. And he takes from the servants and gives more to those who have more. Some of us get mad when they see somebody who has gained more without realizing that the reason they gained more is because God honored the fact that whatever he gave them, they multiplied it. And they didn't just sit on it, but they wanted something greater. And then God honors that. And he says, everyone who has more will be given more, and he will have in abundance. But those who do not have, even the little bit they have, I'll let bills take it away. Even the little joy they should have in their marriage, I'll let problems take it away. Because they walk in disobedience to my command. Why am I living in hell on earth? Take note of your arrogance, perhaps. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Some of us have an inflated idea of who we are. We believe we already know everything. And therefore, can't nobody tell us nothing. This comes from a deep-seated insecurity, where some of us feel like we don't want anybody to tell us anything because it means that they feel we're less than them. No, I'm telling you something because you know less than me, not because you're less than me. But they want to dominate. Ain't nothing like a dumb person trying to dominate. The hell you dominate when you don't know nothing. You understand? Anybody know a fool like that? You don't know nothing and you trying to run something. I'm speaking now, I'm going to bring it down a notch, but children, shut your mouth. I love you. You don't know nothing. Listen and learn so that you can be better than us. And then when you learn and when you know something, we'll let you know. Because you want to know what the signs will be? Your life will multiply in Christ. Your life will multiply in wealth. Your life will multiply in your education. And we won't have to tell you you know something. The signs will be there. I tell you that in love. You take it how you want to. Take note of your arrogance if your life is like a living hell. Remember, he sends the man with the one talent to hell because he says, that's your mindset. You may as well end up where your mind takes you. Why don't you listen in the same way successful people? Arrogant. Why don't you see the same way successful people do? Arrogant. Why don't you understand yourself the same way successful people do? Arrogant. He says, I already knew everything before you told me anything, sir. Anybody know some people like that? As you're telling them, they're over-talking you. You know they're dumb. You know, my wife is an amazing woman because if you think I don't get discipline, let me say something to you. I have 2 pastors, and then I have a senior pastor named Elisha Cash. And here's what she says to me twice a week. You need to shut up so you can hear somebody. I said, but babe, I'm trying. She said, but you can't explain when it's my time to talk. How many of us got a problem with that? You want to explain when it's not your time to talk. It's your time to do what? Oh, see, y'all didn't say that line. It's your time to do what? And the whole time the gentleman is there with the other 2 productive men, you know what was happening, right? While the master is talking, his dumb self already thinking about what he's going to do instead of what? Listening. Number 2, take note of your ignorance level. There's an unaware ignorance, and there's a what? Aware ignorance. And I got to tell you something that I'm noticing. It's getting real hard for me to tell which one some of y'all walking in. I used to think you were unaware of your dumbness, but now I'm saying, no, this Negro, no, he's dumb, he's still. Oh, that ain't going to go well on video, huh? They'll be all right. Unaware ignorance means that you are unaware, you don't realize, you lack the knowledge or understanding. But then awareness, the line gets blurry because that's when something is presented to you with accurate information, but you choose not to believe it. You choose not to do it. And here's the issue for many of us, and why in certain areas of our relationships we're living in hell, why we may be living in hell in our finances, living in hell in our marriage, living in hell even in our own mindsets, living in hell just in life. Here's the thing. Either we are willfully ignorant or unaware of our ignorance. What'd you say, Pastor? It's one of the two. There are too many people, too much resource in the world for you to die in the gutter in any area of your life. He sends them out in the same world, but they come back with different production. Same opportunity, same amount of time. I want to say to you young people that you live in the richest nation in the world. You have more opportunity to gain wealth now than ever before. Wealth now comes faster than ever before. Don't you let your parents and the rest of these black folks tell you just because you black, you can't be rich. Just because you're black, you can't have mansions. Just because you're black, you can't do this. Man, it's too much out here in this world that don't care about your color, don't care about your gender. If you invest right, if you build right, you'll get the same greenback that white folks get. Don't you let anybody tell you there's a limit on what you can do and what you can have. If you are willfully ignorant and have decided to stay that way, you should divorce from the rest of us who don't want to live in your ignorance, because you're bringing us down. How many of y'all want to text your spouse and say that, but you know y'all break up today? Sugar, you bringing me down with this whiff. Now, it was one thing when I first met you, and I just thought you were so dumb that you'll grow out of it. But you know, you are 56 now, and at some point, we can't keep living like this. We can't keep driving like this. See, y'all playing games, but I'm telling you, I get your text messages. And if you are unaware of your ignorance, it's more than likely because you're hanging around ignorant folks. And I can promise you this. Ignorant plus ignorant will not produce wisdom. Y'all don't read the Bible like I do in a very humanly way. I didn't have to follow the young man who had the one talent. I was him before. Wasting time. He probably was chasing females, hanging at the hood. I don't know if they had a hood in Jerusalem, but they probably had Jerusalem head, not Bankhead, Jerusalem head. Okay. They probably. When I got out of the military, I wasted 7.5 years going back to a place that when I finally woke up, I had produced zero in wealth. I had fun. We went to the club. We chased the girls. We laughed and joked. But guess what? At the end of the 7 or 8 years, we were broker then than we were when we first met. It does matter where you go each day. It does matter who you're around. It does matter who you talk to. It does matter who you relate to. Because if you are hanging with Satan, you're probably hanging in hell. How many of you don't think to ask people around you what they want out of life? I'm just saying, even your friend, hey, bro, what? You know, you've been my friend now for 18 years. We ain't never talked about gaining wealth. We ain't never talked about getting closer to God. You've been my buddy for years, bro, and my checking account's still in the red, doc. See, y'all playing games. How is it that we've been friends this long and I'm not better? Pastor Cal, you should not want to be around Pastor Tony if I don't make your life better. You should have the courage to tell me, you're a real nice guy, Pastor, but my marriage is not getting better. My mindset is not getting better. My wealth desire is not getting better. Pastor, I love you, bro, but I got to go find somebody that when the master come back for my life, when he asks me, what have I done with this time? What have I done with this opportunity? He don't cast me to the pits of hell because I lived like hell. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to have a whole lot of men friends anyway, because, like, when you get around me, I'm very direct. I just play nice pastor to y'all. Like, if you hang around me as a guy, I'm going to irritate the heck out of you, because I'm going to always be talking about next level stuff. So I already understand that you're not going to want to be around me because I'm going to keep talking about next level things, because I understand that I want to live in heavenly realms, not just when I die, but right here on earth, God got some good things for me. He got great communities for me. He got great, see y'all playing games. He got great wealth for me. He got a great marriage for me. He got a great community for me. And I'm just telling you that if you're going to be around me, then I'm the one with the 2 and the 5. I'm all into multiplication, baby. Yeah, some of you all are living like hell. You got to take, because you need to take note of your mindset. You got mindset hindrance. That's when your thoughts, your emotions, or your state of mind limits your potential and prevents you from being the best you can be. That's what was wrong with the gentleman with the 1 talent. He had mindset hindrance. His thoughts, his emotions, and his state of mind limited his potential and prevented him from being the best he could be. You got to watch out for fixed mindsets. I always been this way. I always lived this way. Those always been my friends. I'm going to die with these guys. I'm going to die with these sisters. You crazy. I ain't into dying. I'm into living. He said that I came that you might have life and life more abundantly. I don't want to die with you. I want to live with you. I want to soar with you. I want to go to higher heights with you. I want to go to new places with you. I want to try new delicacies. I want to try new restaurants. I've had enough of wings and things. I've had, come on now. I've had enough of chow lees. I've had enough of all that, baby. Let's go somewhere where we cracking open lobster tails. Let's go somewhere where we're cutting steaks. Let's go somewhere where we're taking a fine glass of wine and sipping it, saying that thank God for the wealth. Come on now. You can't do that with a fixed mindset. Some of you got to open your mind to new relationships. Open your minds to new ideas. Start just driving in new communities where we can't afford it yet, Pastor, where you can't afford where you're at, because it's killing your spirit. It's killing your joy. It's killing your drive. You got to go to other communities sometimes and just drive around in them. Baby, park the car. We're going to walk in this neighborhood. We can't afford it. That's all right, baby. But one day the blessings of God will make us rich and add no sorrow. Some of us are living like hell in certain areas of our life because we love to play the blame game. Y'all don't remember that story, how he blamed the master? Some of us are always looking for someone to blame when things go wrong in our lives. I'm still poor because my mom and dad didn't teach me. You've been at the leadership church 10, 11 years. Ain't no way you should be poor at the leadership church when you got a pastor who says, I'll take all day to sit down with you. I'll take all week to sit down with you. I'll come where you're at. I'll meet you. And some of you jokers know that I'll come and see about you whatever area you need, and you sitting over there hiding. You've been with me 7, 8, 10 years. And you're still using your credit card to buy coffee. The blame game. God desires us to have a positive mindset and examine facts and look for solutions to our troubles, not blame others. For some of us, it's just never our fault. But it always seems to be your decisions that got us here. But it's never your fault. Who knows some people like that? It's never their fault, though. Some of y'all like, I should have invited my brother-in-law, my sister. I should have invited Auntie to this message. Let me go ahead and just start recording this live because they're always on my page anyway, trying to be in my business, so maybe they'll catch. Some of y'all don't know your family members. Stay on your page trying to figure out what you're doing. But for some people, it's just never their fault. But it always seems to be their decision that got them in the trouble they're in. And I just don't know how it's not your fault, but it was your decision. I'm going to say it again. I don't understand how it's not your fault, but it was who? Your decision. I'm going to tell you something about me. Because this is not godly, I'm not going to lie, but I don't like you. I don't like people who blame others and never. God, I don't like you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you to call me. I don't want you to text me. I don't want to help you because we've helped you too much. We've done too much for you, and you still blame everybody else for your issues. So guess what? Find somebody who is interested in taking up your blame game. I'm playing tic-tac-toe. I just don't like people who pacify the dumbness of people. So if you're one of those people who pacify these type of people, I don't want to be around you either. How many of you know that there are some people who is responsible for the dumbness of others? Because instead of telling them that your ways and your behavior and your actions are not godly, they are not right, they're not going to be productive, you're not going to win like that, they sit around and make excuses for you all the time. What I did, drop them when they was a baby. Excessive worry. You know those worriers. I'm getting close to the end. You know, worry hinders success. And you know who worries more than anybody? Poor-minded people. Why? Because they know that their whole life, all they have ever done is prepare to lose. And they know eventually the day is going to come where they'll have to pay for the wickedness of their lazy ways. That's why they're worried. You don't see prepared people worried. You don't see people who have saved for retirement worried. You don't see people who took advantage of the relationship in their youth worried about relationships in their old age. Now, I'm just going to do a commercial break before I end real quick. Now, I'm always hard on the men because I know that's who I'm called to lead. So, brothers, don't get mad at me. But remember, the title of the message is Living Like What? Okay. So don't get mad at me because I ain't no male basher. I'm just talking to the fellas because you hold the responsibility of what? Leadership, right? Women are good liars. Women are great liars. I'm just telling you, women are great liars. I'm just saying now. Because some of y'all get out the bed walking bow-legged because of what she said. But you ain't do nothing. When you go to the restroom, she takes her girlfriend, a girl, once again. And the girlfriend know what that means. Girl, once again. And the girlfriend at home goes, women are great liars. Because if a woman tells you that she's good, not living in a great neighborhood, not having a nice car, not having enough money to pay for the kids' college, not being able to travel, no retirement, can't get her nails and hair done when she wants to. Number one, if she tells you that, let's trade wives. First of all, let's do. Because I ain't got that kind of wife. But here's the thing. Number two, she lied like a rug. Ain't no woman okay with a subpar life. She just don't want to hurt your feelings because she knows you're very egotistical and you couldn't handle the truth. So stop asking her dumb questions so she don't have to give you what? Dumb answers. No, she's not okay when she look in the checking account and it's not thousands of dollars. She wants thousands of dollars in the account. Okay, y'all playing games. No, she's not okay. She wants thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And she knows you have the ability to do it. That's why she won't give you any, because she's mad that you're not living up to your ability. Man, I'm living like hell, my wife, man. She don't want to give me nothing. Player, you don't deserve nothing. Jesus just told us in the Bible that you deserve whatever your mindset is. Our minds are the most powerful tool that we can ever harness. Our thoughts shape who we are and who we will become. And every experience begins with how we think. And some of us are like the man with the one talent. We procrastinate too much. Always thinking there's a tomorrow. But baby, I want my Starbucks today. Don't tell me we're going to be able to drink it one day. I want my Starbucks when? Today. Come on, every time I say, I want my house when? Today. I want my car when? Today. I want a great marriage when? Today. I want my joy when? Today. I want my peace when? Today. Tired of waiting. Who's with Pastor Tony to admit, I'm tired of waiting. Negroes been waiting since slavery. Singing old Negro songs. One day I'll be there over the horizon. Player, I want to get past the horizon. When? Today. I want my grandmama's wealth. I want my granddaddy's wealth. I want my great-grandparents' wealth. I'm tired of waiting. Why can't I have what God has for me when? Today. I'm speaking to some husbands now. I love you, brothers. But the sisters are wanting a great life when? Today. I told somebody, I set goals out there so that the rivers of water never run dry with my wife. I start putting things out there because if she got a goal that we got to get to, she'll just keep working that thing till we get there. See, y'all don't understand how I do. I said, babe, I'm going to buy you. I already told her I'm going to buy you a Range Rover. She said, okay, well, I'm going to work it till you get there. See, I put it out there, Melissa, so that she'll have something worth working for. See, some of you men ain't putting that out there for her to have work. Maybe it's dry because she ain't got no reason to be watered. You have to be a man, and you have to set goals out there for your wife to tell her where you're going and what you're going to do for her. I said, baby, I'm going to buy you a Range Rover real soon. I ain't looking at no account. I looked in my heart. Because I know what's up. Whatever's in the heart of a man, he'll do it. I told her, I said, we're going to get our next property in the next 2 years. I didn't look at no account. I didn't look at my credit. I looked at my heart because I know that man judges the outer appearance, but God does what? He judges the heart. And I don't want her living like hell. She got up this morning. I made it heavenly for her. Oh, yeah. Setting myself up. I set myself up. When she came out, I had cleaned the kitchen till it was sparkling. I wiped down all the, what do you call that stuff that looked like this? I don't know. Y'all know I don't remember. What's that called? Stainless steel. I had it shining. All the dishes was washing, smiling. Oh, yeah. I made sure right as she was coming out, I was mopping the floor. Look at me, baby. And I did a little muscle rip right there so she could, yeah. There you go, girl. Because that's what you're going to be holding on to later, right there. Oh, yeah. See, I know how to set that thing up so that when I come to the master, he don't reject. See, y'all playing games. See, I know wherever I want to be, I don't want rejection. So you got to set that thing up. And the problem with the man with the one, he didn't understand that it takes work to get praise. It takes work to get blessed. Y'all playing games. It takes work. He didn't want to put in the work, but he wanted the same thing that the fellas who put in the work. Women tell me men are lazy today. Brothers don't even, they run out of breath calling you more than one. God, I had to dial your number twice. Woo. Nigga, are you crazy? Some of us, I'm just talking to the brothers. You take them on one day, you think the heavens should be. No, dog, they're looking for a pattern to follow. You pay one bill and you're like, you ought to be grateful. No, I shouldn't. 10 years have passed when you didn't pay any bill. When you come to the place of expectation, you shouldn't be disappointed in the return. The 3 men came to a place of expectation. And here's this one fool shocked by what he was returned. Because God said, you lived like hell, I'm going to send you to hell. And some of us need to change today our hellish mindset, all this negative thinking, doubtful and fear, trying to figure out what's wrong with your life. It's how you think. It's how you act. Stop making hellish decisions, and you won't live a hellish life. Give God a hand clap of praise. For you that are at home, God bless you. I just lost like 8 members. And they're all walking out. Y'all can't see them, but they just walked out. But for you at home, if you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, the Word of God says that if you confess with your mouth, believe with your heart that Christ was raised from the grave, thou shalt be what? Saved. Get in a good church. If you're looking for a church to belong to, this is an amazing place. It's underneath there. If you're looking for a place to give, it's a great place to give. How many of you in here can say it's a great place to give? Then you jokers ought to start giving. I'm like Brother Harris said that Jordan, Pastor Tony, are you on dope or dog? But we thank you for your love and for joining our broadcast. May God bless you and your family. Please.